Welcome back to Sochi Autodrome to follow SMP F4 Nets Championship Race 2. Just the formation lap is starting, and after yesterday's race the grid is there for the top 10 and the last drivers as well. Niko Kari, yesterday's winner, will start on pole. Alex Korneev alongside him, Vladimir Atoyev P3 and Aleksandri Huovinen P4. Finished third row with Nylund and Laaksonen, Isakian, Matveyev, Ahmed, Maslenikov completing the top 10. Denis Mavlanov, Nikita Sitnikov, Semen Evstigniev, Artem Kabakov and Nikita Troitsky on the back of the grid. Today with me here is Kevin Korjus.
Hello everyone. So welcome to race 2 of Sochi SMP F4 Championship. And I think we should really look out today for Nikita Troitsky, who's actually starting P15, who was third in qualifying but unfortunately had a technical problem on the warm-up lap and didn't make it to the grid. So for sure he will make some good overtaking moves, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure that Troitsky will do a pretty good job today. And of course, you know, after DNF you have kind of no pressure and starting last, so you have basically nothing to lose, so you can just push fully.
He looked also really relaxed before the race. I was speaking to him and he said, yeah, I'm starting last, I have no pressure, I'm just trying to give it all what I have.
Yeah. Exactly. So the championship standings after Sochi race 1 is that Huovinen is leading, Kari is second and Atoyev is third. I think for the championship this race is quite interesting as the gap between the two Finns in the front is only 5 points, and also Atoyev is starting P3 now, so basically all the championship top 4 is starting also top 4. So
yeah, only difference is that Aleksandri Huovinen, who's starting P4, is actually leading the championship at the moment.
And here we see the gaps of the championship. So Huovinen and Kari really close, Atoyev around 40 points behind, and then there's a bigger gap to Korneev. After that it's quite tight, let's say until the like P12 we see here.
Yeah, also Korneev, I must admit, has been in a really good shape lately. He won the last race in Moscow Raceway, and now he was second in race 1 yesterday, so he's really in a really good shape.
Yeah. So the cars are lining up to the grid, and we see just the pole man Niko Kari stopping to his grid position. And also then the last guys arriving there to the grid. And the weather is good again today. Let's see if it will stay dry and sunny also for race 3.
So the race should start any minute. Green flag is waving and the lights start to go on.
3rd, 4th, 5th, and we're racing.
And we are off. Really good start by Korneev. I think he overtook already Niko Kari.
We have a big crash in the behind. Huovinen stalled on the grid, P4.
And who hit him? Is it Maslenikov?
I think it's Maslenikov, and we have a safety car. So it's a safety car, so I think Korneev took P1.
Yes, I think Korneev is leading the race, Niko Kari second, Atoyev third.
Now some guys are...
Yes, some guy I think didn't see the safety car flag.
I think
so. Yeah, Simo Laaksonen is just going flat out, although it's safety car flag. Yellow flags are waving.
Yeah, now Laaksonen is letting the people pass. So the standing seems to be Korneev, Kari, Atoyev, Nylund, Laaksonen, Ahmed, Matveyev, Mavlanov, and we have also a crash behind there.
Yeah, it's Evstigniev and Sitnikov, I think.
Yes, it is.
So already 4 cars out on the opening lap.
These young boys have a lot of energy and
Yeah, they're
of
making
course,
sometimes some really crazy moves. So as we see, they are really giving it all.
yes, and it's also good to see that these young guys are trying to push a lot, and well, these things happen.
Yeah, we see now that Maslenikov didn't quite see that Hovinen had stalled, and he couldn't avoid the standing car in the start.
Yeah, and here we see in the behind. Yeah, so seems that one guy spins, and then is it Evstignev that spins, and then Sitnikov can't avoid him, and then crashes into him.
Yeah, it looks like it. So hopefully we get the track clear. I hope in 2-3 laps maybe, so we can continue racing.
It's always a bit difficult for the track marshals to clear the track, you know, especially if there's 2 crashes. So it's a bit difficult. As we see the live timing, Troitsky is already 8th after the start, so really good.
Nikita Troitsky actually started last. As we said, he was 3rd in qualifying yesterday. He started last, and he's already from P15 to P8 now, so really good start by him.
Seems that Nerses Isakian started from P7 and is now the last running car in P11. So also for Nerses there's been, I think, some problem in the start, and couldn't really make it.
So the drivers complete the first lap, and the standings are: Korneyev is leading the race, Niko Kari in 2nd, Atoyev 3rd, Nylund 4th, Laaksonen on the 5th place, Ahmed 6th, Matveyev 7th, Troitsky 8th, Mavlalov 9th, and Kabakov completing the top 10. And Nerses Isakian on P11. So we have 11 cars running now. We started with 15 cars, so first lap we really lost actually 4 cars.
Yeah, and I think the one big notice there is that one of those 4 cars is Aleksandr Hovinen, the championship leader. So pretty sure we're gonna have a new championship leader after this race, and also for Hovinen, for his championship campaign, it's a bit of a drop at the moment.
Yeah, it has been actually quite hard for him, or harder than the first 2 race weekends. He was really dominating the Afghanistan weekend, won 2 races out of 3. Moscow Raceway, I think he finished 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And now he has been a little bit off the base this weekend.
Yeah, yesterday I think he did a nice race from P8 to P4. But still we saw that the pace is not quite there, and losing 3 to 4 tenths per lap, and couldn't. He was already P3, but then the pace was not just there, and he dropped back to P4. But I think for this race it's now really interesting to see what is happening, as Niko Kari has been the dominant driver in Sochi, and now Korneyev is leading. So I think it's nice to see if Niko can make a battle with him, or is Korneyev able to pull away.
And also actually Atoyev was quickest yesterday's race, and he's on P3 now, so really I think it's gonna be really tight between top 3.
Yeah.
Safety car still on track. I think they have removed now 2 cars from the starting incident.
So we see that in the turn 4 crash, still the 2 cars are there, and they are trying to move those. So for sure we're gonna have safety car still for a couple of laps. So the race format is in this SMP F4 Nets Championship is that 3 races per weekend, 25 minutes plus 1 lap each. So it's quite a good lot of racing racing through the weekend, so they have 2 free practices, qualifying session half an hour, and 3 races. So it's also important for the young drivers to have as much track time as possible.
Yes, I agree. They get a lot of track time actually, and to let the viewers know that race 1 starting grid is based on the best time of qualifying. Race 2 starting grid is based on the result of race 1. So the position you finish race 1, you start for the race 2, and race 3 it's based on the second best lap in the qualifying.
Yeah.
We have also, there are some F4 series in the Europe, like F4, German F4 and Italian F4, where they have the reverse grid race in race 2, when where top 10 is turned around.
Yep.
So who finishes P10 in race 1 will start on pole position for race 2. In this series, it's really about how quick you are.
Yeah. Here, basically, if you do a really good job in qualifying and race 1, you secure the starting position for every race, and I think that's also good for the drivers to really get the reward what they deserve when they. So here we see that they are taking, I think, Alexander Maslenikov's car out of the grid, so the main straight should be clear. Also, the other crash here we see Nikita Sitnikov's and Semen Evstignev's cars are taken away from the track. So, to be honest, I think next lap we should be racing again.
Yes, we have to wait till end of the lap and see if the safety car is gonna switch off his lights or he's not. At the moment, yellow flags are still waving. They're just on the start straight, going into turn 2.
The Sochi Autodrome is a really nice circuit, of course. With it's really an F1 level circuit, and really a big one for F4 and F4 drivers. What we've discussed with the drivers, they say that it's quite a fast track, and also really wide. So even some points it feels that it's maybe a bit too quick, but at least it gives them possibilities to overtake.
Yes, for sure. There's really good 2 overtaking places, the main straight and the back straight, when especially with these cars which doesn't have that much horsepower, so you get a lot of tow and
Yep.
you have a chance to overtake.
Let's see. I think it will be now interesting in the restart to see how the front will do, and then also to see what can Nikita Troitsky do from P8. So the guy who qualified 3rd will be in P8 at the moment, and in the restart I think we will see him coming up the positions.
Yes, also coming back to the Sochi track, it's really long actually. It's 5.8 kilometers long track, and the lap times are around 2:11. And the drivers say it's really easy to make mistakes because there's so many corners, and to make that perfect lap without any mistakes, it's really difficult.
Yeah, I think to be honest, so far I think we have seen one perfect lap in qualifying where Nico Kari did 2:11.2, and the guy who qualified 2nd was Alex Corneja, and he was half a second slower, and well, Kari did purple on the sector. So I think, you know, that lap was without mistakes. And yeah, as you said, it's really easy to do mistakes, and especially with this car when we don't have power, long straights. So if you do a minor mistake, you will always lose the next straight a lot, and will a lot of difference.
And now we have a sign from race direction that safety car is coming in this lap. Let's see what strategy Kornejev is having. Is he gonna slow down and really try to accelerate maybe 2 corners before the start-finish line, or what is his strategy?
We have to remember about the safety car line. So where is it possible to start overtaking? Not sure how exactly where it is. And as we see now, the drivers are really preparing the tires for the restart. getting the heat up on the tires.
Yeah, for sure they saw that the safety car switched off the lights, and now everybody's really weaving and trying to get some heat into the tires.
And minor detail on the fact that we know that they all the drivers started with a new set of tires to this race, so it's also been actually a little help for them that they have get some heat in the tires and not maybe pushed for 5 laps, and they get also only prepare the tires for the last 13 minutes that we have left.
So we have already raced for 12 minutes now. Half of the race distance time is gone. At the moment it's 13 minutes plus 1 lap left in the clock. And safety car comes in.
So let's see when Alex Korneev is starting to accelerate. Still seems that he's taking it until to the last corner. Now he's warming up the tires.
And the race is back on.
Niko Kari gets quite a good run away from the last corner. He gets a small gap to Atojev. Let's see if he can make any move on Korneev to the down to turn 1.
Yeah, he's really close. Korneev goes defending.
And
Niko Kari goes inside.
let's see if he can make it stick. Yes, I think so.
Really good overtaking move, just textbook move. Made a good start after safety car and just dive-bombed into turn 1.
Yes.
Not dive-bombed, but just really nice maneuver.
And also now Korneev little defending on Atojev, so really from Alex Korneev not the best restart, but let's see if he can start to catch again on Kari. And Ahmed makes a move on Laaksonen.
So Atojev is putting now a lot of pressure on
Korneev, yeah. And now Ivan Matveev overtakes Simo Laaksonen. So Laaksonen already dropped now 2 positions, and the next one behind him is Nikita Troitsky. So let's see if Nikita can make a move on Laaksonen.
Yeah, he has already he was 5th after restart, and now he's down to P7.
Yeah.
So that's the move for the first position. Korneev went defending, but not enough, and Niko just went inside.
He kind of like did it half and then didn't pay off. And here we see Enam Ahmed's move on Simo Laaksonen. Oh, we have Artyom Kabakov went really wide in turn 14. So there are the positions from P7 to P6 and forward. There's Ivan Matveev and then Simo
Goes
Laaksonen and
defending
Nikita
into
Troitsky.
second last corner. Let's see if Laaksonen is gonna get a really good run over into the first braking zone.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Simo didn't have that good
Yeah, look, he's
first lap, but now
he's already next to Matveev.
yeah, they're going side by side on the start and finish straight.
And also Enam Ahmed is really behind Nylund.
Yeah, makes a move on outside, and Laaksonen takes Matveev's place back to himself.
So meanwhile, Niko Kari has made the fastest lap. He was 1 second quicker than Korneev and Atojev, and the gap between the first and second is now 8 tenths.
Yeah. And Ivan Matveev is fending from Nikita Troitsky, and I think now Troitsky is inside coming to turn 6.
I think he ran a bit wide, Matveev.
Yeah, let's see if Troitsky can make it stick. Yeah. And there is Isakian also as well in the mix, so really good racing these boys putting up now.
Yeah. Also, Enam Ahmed has had really good race because he started from P9 and he's up to P4, putting pressure on Nylund for P4. So really strong performance so far.
And Ahmed also yesterday we did see some good moves, and I think it seems that he's faster than Nylund in P4, but at least for now couldn't make any move. And here's the replay of Artyom Kabakov's braking. Missed the braking zone and a little bit locked the front wheel and went wide in turn 14.
Will be interesting to see what pace can Troitsky now produce on B7.
Yeah.
He's in clean here. The gap to Laaksonen on B6 is almost 2 seconds.
So I think Laaksonen is actually now a little bit catching Ahmed and Nylund.
So we complete now lap 5, and top 3 are really doing the same pace. Niko Kari 2:12.3, Alexei Korneev 2:12.2, and Vladimir Atoev also 2:12.3. So they are all within 1/10.
Yeah. These 3 guys also like yesterday, they are now really pulling away and making a good effort and fight for the podium positions. And I think we will see some fight, and let's see who can take it then in the end. Now, as we see, they're coming just completed sector 1, and Atoyev doing 39.2, while Niko Kari is doing 39.5. So Atoyev catched 3/10 Niko already in the first sector, and now the top 3 is within 1.1 seconds. So it's really tight.
Sector 1 also, it's really helpful if you're following someone.
Yeah.
You really gain 3-4 kilometers in top speed, and it helps you a lot.
Yeah. So it's these 3, and then we have the double here with Niklas Nylund and Enam Ahmed. Simo Laaksonen in 6th, Troitsky 7, Matveev 8, Isakian 9, Mavlanov completing the top 10 at the moment.
Looks like Korneev has catched up with Kari. The gap is now only half a second.
Yeah. So I think coming to the main straight, we might have he might have a shot to try overtake. At least he's after 2 sectors. Yeah.
Depends how good his last sector is going to be, but now the gap is only half a second.
He seems quite close. And as we see here, he's been cutting the gap to Niko already now for a couple of laps. So let's see what happens when they come to the main straight. Clearly, Alex Korneev is on a mission now and doing 3/10 quicker than Niko. Yeah.
And he made purple last split also, so he's really on fire at the moment.
So Alex Korneev at the moment fastest lap on track with 2:11.9. Vladimir Atoev doing 12.1, Niko Kari 12.2 in the lead. And also I think Niklas Nylund and Enam Ahmed is a little bit catching now the leading pack.
Looks like really top 7 is now doing really similar pace, because the fastest last lap Korneev made 11:11.9, and B7 Nikita Troitsky made 2:12.2, so only 3/10 difference.
Yeah. So all the drivers in top 7 are doing lap times within 3/10. So yeah, it's really tight. So we have 5 minutes left on the race time, plus 1 lap then. So to be honest, I think we will have another 3 to 4 laps to go.
And Ahmed is again really close to Nylund.
Yeah.
The guy who qualified 4th, stalled yesterday in the start, and now started P9 and is up to P5. So really good pace by him.
Yeah. And now Niko Kari has started to push a bit. I think we can see from the sector times that Niko makes his own best sector 1 and goes purple on sector 2. So Niko Kari is trying to pull away now from Alex Korneev. And basically all the race this the gaps here in top 6, top 7 has been more or less the same, and it's really a close fight.
Of course, because we saw also in qualifying, of course, except Nico Kari, who was half a second quicker than the rest, but the gaps were really tight.
Yeah.
It looks like now that Ahmed is getting a really good run over Nylund. He's on the outside.
Let's see if he can outbrake him down to turn 2.
No, Nylund is defending.
Maybe here
Let's
in
see,
the
he
exit.
gets the run over.
Yeah, now he got a really good run.
And
He's making
yes.
Yeah. And now Ahmed takes P4 from Nylund and starts to maybe to try to catch the top 3. But so far, really nice race from Enam Ahmed. Started from P9 and at the moment he's P4.
The gaps in the front are also really staying the same between Kari, Korneev and Atoyev. Really need to be good on the start and first lap, because after that it's when the paces are really close to each other, it's hard to make an overtaking move or catch up with the
and then
the guy in front.
Yeah, and you know, if just a little mistake you do, and straight away some guys will overtake you. So like now, the top 3 is within 1.2 seconds. So it's really tough. Here we see a replay of the move of Enam Ahmed.
He made Nylund to defend into turn 2 braking and then overtook. He got better exit out of turn 2 and just got it inside into the long left-hander.
Yes. And from the live timing, we can say that Nikita Troitsky in P7, as we spoke before the race, he's a really fast guy. He's putting purple sector 2 now at the moment, and also his sector 1 is really good. So I think Troitsky's really close to do the best lap time of the race.
Yeah, 4th, 5th and 6th are really getting together now.
Yeah.
And Troitsky is also catching up with them. And Troitsky made also the fastest lap now. It's 2:11.4. He's 2 tenths quicker than Nico Kari, who's leading and made the second fastest lap of the race.
So it looks that the pack from 4th to 7th is starting to be really close, whereas Ahmed, Nylund, Laaksonen and Nikita Troitsky in P7. Here we see the 3 white cars and then the Russian SMP Bank colored cars.
And Laaksonen is trying to
make a move on inside the long left-hander. Let's see how it comes here in turn 5.
Nylund is still inside.
Defending maybe here in the exit. Let's see.
Getting a good run over. And Troitsky is also getting into the mix.
Yeah, and now Troitsky takes
really
Laaksonen.
good move. Just I think Laaksonen didn't see that one coming.
Yeah,
really good move.
With Nylund, the defending moves were a bit nasty. I think a couple of times he changed his
direction, which too many times, which is actually not allowed.
Yeah, let's see what the race direction has to say to that. So Nikita Troitsky is really putting now an effort and really trying to push. So he's already P6 now. And next one would be Niklas Nylund.
We have run now out of racing time. 25 minutes is over. So next lap is going to be the last lap of this race.
Yeah. Really, to be honest, impressed about Nikita Troitsky starting last, and now he's already P6 with the fastest lap time. So really has done a good race.
Meanwhile, in top, the gaps look to be settled. It's 8 tenths between Kari and Korneev and 1 second between Korneev and Atoyev.
Yeah. And Kari makes the fastest lap of the race, 11.399, so 7 thousandths quicker than Troitsky's previous fastest lap. So as Nico starts the last lap, he's 9 tenths ahead of Korneev, so it should be able to take a win also from this race too. Let's see if he doesn't make any mistakes or anything. I'm pretty sure he will take a win from this one.
Yes, Korneev actually had a really good chance to win this race, but his restart after the safety car wasn't that good and it allowed Kari to overtook him.
Yeah. For me, he should have maybe started to throttle a bit earlier to try to make gap in those last two corners, as it's always difficult to follow if you're really close. So I think that would have been the answer for the restart, to try to pull away.
It seemed that he really waited too long, and then he had only last corner left and he had to start accelerating.
Korneev catching 500s in the first split, so as we said, if Nico doesn't do any mistakes, the win should be his. Let's see what Nikita Troitsky can do if he has a good run out of this corner for the back straight. Maybe still have a shot to try something.
And we are finishing sector 2 now. Just the last split remaining. The places look to be settled.
Yeah.
And there is the leading pack. Niko Kari leading, 2 corners to go. Korneev second, Atoyev third.
So Niko Kari comes to the last corner, and on the main straight, checkered flag and win for Niko Kari also in race 2 here in Sochi. Alex Korneev takes second place, and Atoyev finishing on the final podium spot.
Enam Ahmed on B4, Niklas Nylund on B5, Nikita Troitsky B6, Simo Laaksonen B7, Ivan Matveyev B8, Nerzis Isakian B9, and Denis Mavlanov B10. And completing our race on P11 is Kabakov.
It seems that Kabakov hasn't done his 2 laps behind, so maybe he's also stopped somewhere. We can't see, he's not like DNF, but at the moment he's not running, and he's 2 laps behind the other guys. So really have to say that Niko Kari again, really a brilliant drive. Of course, his start could have been better, as Alex Korneev took him in the real start of the race, but then
it looked like it's gonna be a bit harder race this time, but a perfect restart and already got the lead back into turn 2.
Yeah. So Niko Kari will take the championship lead by this win, and I think also Vladimir Atoyev will be quite close to Aleksandr Huovinen. Huovinen had a crash in the start, stalled, and then I think Alexander Maslenikov hit him, and both cars out of the race.
Let's hope they're back in race 3, because it starts already
in a couple of hours. Yeah,
I think 5 hours something. We are already racing in race 3.
Yeah. Have to say that what Ahmed, Nylund, Troitsky, Laaksonen, they had a really nice battle all through the race. Ahmed trying moves on Nylund and then finally made it, and then also Laaksonen trying some moves but didn't really pay off. I think a couple of times Laaksonen tried and it cost him then another position, as we saw that he was trying the move on Nylund, but then Troitsky got him, so a bit confused for Laaksonen's race.
Drivers are making it to the pit now. Coming out of the car is Korneev. Will be nice to see what he says after the race.
Yeah. And Nico, as a fair driver, going to cheer for Alex and Vladimir for a good race. So really nice race from the boys.